morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, Lozzie.
Good morning, Jase. How are you, brother?
We are excellent. Morning, Melbourne.
My goodness, did your house survive the wind last night? Because honestly, I thought my roof was going to blow off.
I didn't notice the wind. We had other dramas last night.
Oh, it might have been my suburb. What happened in your house?
No, I was just up. How's this, right? I was up last night with kids, not sleeping.
Oh, kids. Well, maybe they were awake because of the wind. No?
I forbid you for having children. Having children. Don't do it to yourself.
Why? What's happened? You know, my best friend changed the clocks in his house last night and set them back to make it seem later, so all his kids went to bed an hour and a half earlier because he couldn't handle them anymore. Yeah.
What? Just went, you know what?
At 6 o'clock, he made the clock 7:30.
And just went, it is bedtime.
Bedtime, guys.
That's good.
They trotted.
I like that.
He sent me a picture at 6:20 and was like, mission successful.
That's great. Was his partner outside holding up like black curtains to the window?
It was like the sun had gone down. So
slowly lifting the curtains up. Looks like the sun's going down.
It's easier in winter, isn't it? It's so dark so early.
So how's this, right? I was up all night with the kids, and then at like maybe 2:30 this morning, I threw my toys and headed to the spare bedroom to try and get some sleep. I pulled back the doona and I got into bed. One of the kids must have got in there yesterday with sand in their shoes.
No. Sand in the bed. Sand in the bed and crumbs in the bed. Forget about it.
That really sent me. And then I was like...
you would have been a very happy dad last night. In such a good mood.
No, I was hanging by a thread. And then I pull up at work this morning. And in the car park next to me is Nandos, our video guy.
Nandos. Is he in his moon boots still?
Not yet.
He fell in a pothole.
Nando, come over the microphone.
Fell in a pothole and broke his toe.
Nando and I are trying to, bond when heading up the lift, right? And and I'm telling him about what I've gone through and, how I'm running on no sleep and, all that sort of thing. And then he looks at me.
Yeah.
And I said, how was your night? This one over here, these microphones are screwed. And what did you tell me?
I told you that my daughter last night slept for the first time through the night in like 6 months.
Hallelujah, brother.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You celebrate you. Don't let him bring you down.
I'm not even sharing my victory.
Don't look him in the eyes, Nandos.
Okay.
Look at me. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Proud of her.
Yes.
My husband slept through last night from his jet lag for the first time.
Congrats,
too.
Paulie. Woo!
We had a great sleep in our house.
I want to snap both your necks.
What happened to you?
Shut up.
How many times did you get up? Did you even go down?
No, that's it. Honestly, we're in the lift. He's like, tough night, man. Yeah, daughter slept through the night. It's like,
Happy
the elevator cable break now.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't be that guy that brings other people down when they're up.
But I do it so well.
And it's really irritating. But don't worry, Nandos, I got you.
Thank you very much.
I got you sleeping buddy.
Congratulations on having a life.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Nandos.
I forbid him from having a second child.
You are not the boss of us, believe it or not. We'll do as we please, won't we, Nandos?
Yes.
Anyway.
Well, I'm just glad we survived because quite honestly, last night I thought my house was going to lift up and blow away. And as I drove to work this morning, all the bins had been blown over and there was stuff all over the road, like big skip bin things, commercial bins.
In the bed.
Get over it, bro.
Sand.
Give it a shake. What are they doing at the beach in winter?
Hey, we're going to be catching up with Clint this morning. He is over in Paddy. Hopefully he hasn't got his microphone stolen from him. Everyone else is getting everything else flogged over there.
Oh, the Parisian police look like they're over it already. They're just like, this is going to be a long 3 weeks, guys.
Is it true the Australian BMX team had their bikes taken?
Yeah, the gold medalist, I think, his car got broken into. You saw the police there dusting for fingerprints. Not funny, but the thing is, like now with social media, when the French are probably trying to bury it and not make a big deal of it. And everyone's like, oi, look at this, got me car broken into and all my stuff's gone. It's all over the internet.
Where do we sit on adult men on BMX bikes?
If you're winning a gold medal, acceptable. Anything else, probably unacceptable.
Right, okay. You need the medal. Hey, let's get into it. This is Sabrina Carpenter. Please.
I love this song.
I'm obsessed with her at the moment. It is...
welcome to the party. Only a year late.
She's going to send me this morning. I just know it. Morning, Melbourne. Sabrina Carpenter. This is Nova 100. You're on the air with Jase and Lauren. We're doing it thanks to our mates.
It's not Melbourne's fault you're in a bad mood.
I'm not in a bad mood.
Honestly. Lighten up. Come on, bro. It's
No,
Thursday
you know what?
morning.
Jokes aside.
It's a beautiful
Loz.
13 degrees. Where else would you rather be?
Mate, jokes aside, I am very happy to be here.
Very happy to be at work.
Yeah, you know
Out of
that.
the house.
Yeah. If we were ever going to extend this into a on-air marathon, today's the day.
Oh, no, I'm in.
No, I ain't leaving.
You might have meetings till midnight, I
It's
reckon,
the
today.
100-hour marathon. We're
Yes.
staying on the air.
Just Jase on his own.
No
He ain't
stopping,
going home.
No sleeping, no going home. It is Jase and Lauren with you. Hey, joining us. Hopefully, let's fire up the satellite, see if
I
he's
can
there.
see him on Zoom.
Hello, Clint and Paddy.
Good morning.
Clint's Tunaway.
Good morning. Do you have me?
I do. You look
Hello,
like you're
guys.
on the side of the scene. How do you say it?
I should point out,
The
you are.
river?
Hey, Clint, you are live. Just as a heads up. Morning.
Oh, okay, good. We're not in a commercial break.
No, we are
No.
not
Morning
in a
to you.
commercial break. I just don't want them to hear the real Clint, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, exactly. That's a deep and dark mystery. Yes, we are on the banks of the River Seine. Paris is rapidly changing. Just to paint a picture, security is unlike anything I've seen in some time.
It doesn't look like they're doing a very good job, Clint. Seems like everyone's getting robbed over there.
Well, I can only report on what I'm seeing here,
Okay.
and this is obviously the focal point for the opening ceremony, and there are currently 2 choppers in the air.
Yep.
We've already seen a flotilla of security and police on the actual water itself. It's quite extraordinary, and also we just saw a dry run of the actual boats which will carry the athletes down the Seine.
God, what are they, like go boats or are they pontoons?
No, they're very flash. There's hundreds of them. They're sort of long cruising type boats, and there could be, depending on how big the country is, there's either sort of 1 team of athletes, maybe 2 or 3 if the country's a bit smaller. But it's going to be, can I tell you, it's going to be breathtaking. Just being here right now, I haven't drunk the Kool-Aid. It
drunk the
looks
Kool-Aid.
remarkable.
So I've got a question, Clint, because yesterday they were saying potentially Celine Dion might sing A Power of
Yes.
the Dream or a song. But if you're sitting on the banks of the river and the Mardi Gras float goes past you, you only get like 5 seconds of the song. Do you have to run along the river to hear the whole thing? And then when she finishes, because it's a long river, does she have to start the same song again, like on loop for the next group she goes past?
No, because it's all dictated by broadcast. So it is obviously broadcast
Right.
and beamed right the way around the world. So whatever is shown on the cameras or on the telecast is what's being played out on the river itself. And can I tell you, Celine Dion,
Is it true?
the rumour is strengthening.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
It started as a trickle and it's just strengthening. Plus, I am
I got
told,
goosebumps.
reliably informed, that Australia could have quite a big moment of our own on the River Seine.
Why? Oh
And
my God, it's
I'm
Kylie
not talking
Minogue.
I'm not talking about a floating Havaiana thong or something like that.
It's Kylie Minogue.
More so a homegrown performer.
Well,
That's
it could
all I'll
only
say.
be Kylie Minogue.
Kylie, you reckon?
They're not sending Jess Malboy or Guy Sebastian, not for the Paris Olympics.
No. Jess Malboy is here.
Oh.
But I don't
Nah,
think it's
she's
her.
not on a pontoon.
She's as part of the Australian delegation. So she's actually here to sort of sing and empower the Australian
She wrote the
athletes.
song for the team. I heard it last night.
Clint, is Daryl
Yes.
Braithwaite going to be going down the river?
Horses.
Cannot confirm or deny if the horses will be trotting on the Seine.
It's got to be Kylie.
Now, more
She's the
importantly,
only one on the world stage, isn't she?
Guys,
Who else is big across the world?
Let's get to the most important thing. You're on
Yes.
the river. How many floating poos can you see?
1, 2,
No.
3. No, it's crystal clean.
Really?
I wish I could get down there to do a test for you, but they've barricaded it all off because we're so close to the opening ceremony. I've
Hey.
got my friends from German TV. Hello.
No, you say
Bonsoir.
hallo in German.
I wouldn't.
Hello.
Say wie geht's? That means how are you?
I'd
Unless
also
that
be
it's
No, I'm
careful
not-
holding your
no.
one arm up the way you are. I'd more do a wave.
Don't.
Hey,
don't.
Clint, you're on the river there, and there's a bridge behind you, and I'm a little concerned
Yes.
that a float full of people ain't going to fit under that bridge. We're not going to have a Montague Street bridge situation, are we?
No, we're not. They're those, you know, on the TV ads like the Viking cruises.
Yeah.
Or the,
Yes.
those ones. They're like those.
Oh,
Really?
I might
river
see my mum and
cruises.
dad on them.
like a surf boat that you'd see down at like Sandy.
One of the long skinny ones.
Yeah, right. The only thing that puts me off that is the local clubbies down at the old surf club normally put the Speedo straight up there so they slide on the
I tell
seat.
you what, I wonder whether they're going to be wearing safety jackets.
Oh, life jackets.
Oh, no.
Because that won't go with the team uniform.
No,
Maybe they've
really
got
won't.
they're
specially
athletes.
designed
They
safety
can-
jackets.
Nah, they can swim under the river if they need to. They'll
Yeah.
get to the edge.
Hey, Clint Stanaway live in Paddy this morning, gearing up for the Olympics.
It must be Kylie Minogue at the opening ceremony. Can you think of one other person that could
What's
do?
she going to sing?
Spinning around.
Yeah.
Locomotion.
Padum,
Locomotion.
padum, padum. No, that's all I know of that song. Padum. How's
I
it
think
go?
that they're the only words.
Is that Kylie Minogue?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Wow.
God,
it's like another
Are we doing
concert.
this on the River Seine? My German colleagues are looking at me like, what are they doing in Australia?
They're no CNN over there in Australia, are they?
No.
Tell you what, I felt for the lady that came around yesterday to
Is this Barbecue Sharon?
help
Who
me with
talking
my
about?
needs.
Barbecue Sharon?
Shags.
Because I've been dying for a Barbecue Sharon update since yesterday when you said Barbecue Sharon's coming around to fix the barbecue.
Guys, Barbecue Sharon came around
She made an
yesterday.
appearance.
She made an appearance.
So you're missing a burner on the new Barbie.
Yeah, so moved into the house. It's one of those inbuilt barbecues.
Yeah.
Palmed off the Weber. No one on the team wanted it. Don't know why.
Because everyone has their own things.
Yeah, no, but it was a decent Weber.
Okay.
Can you set the scene? How did Sharon arrive and what did she say to you at the door?
Okay, so
Because we talked about Barbecue Sharon extensively
I'm
yesterday.
so invested.
yeah. Well, Barbecue Sharon's a fan of the show. So
Uh-oh. Did you hear us talking about her
no.
yesterday?
yeah, big shout out to Shaz if
Yes.
she's listening this morning. So
I'll be the judge of that. Did she fix the barbecue or not?
hey, we'll get to that. I waited 3 weeks.
Did you get a
from-
discount?
I waited 3. No, I
Did you
waited.
give her dinner?
I waited 3 weeks. I couldn't remember the barbecue's not working.
3 weeks.
I waited 3 weeks for an appointment with Barbecue Sharon.
She's that busy.
She is
She's
that
sizzling?
busy.
She needs an apprentice.
She was heading off to Mornington after we were done.
Crikey, she's popular.
Yeah, so I thought, God, if she's that busy, I was expecting some sort of, when you expect a signed written vehicle, like say if it was a dog wash and it was someone I had to wait 3 weeks for, I'd expect that van from Dumb and Dumber. That's a giant
Yeah.
dog
Yeah,
driving
like
the driveway.
was the
Question.
Yeah.
I'm picturing the Sharon, but the O is the hot plate.
Yes,
Or the
yeah,
burner.
something like that.
But
Yeah.
question,
And a big sausage instead of a bumper bar.
is her business called Barbecue Sharon or is her name Sharon and she fixes barbecues and that's what you've called her?
Well, yeah, she's got two, online, I had a look and I was like, there's 2 barbecue cleaning companies, but they're both Sharon. She says she's running a few online, but it all comes to her. I guess she's like the kingpin of the barbecue cleaning mafia.
Right.
She just rolled in a Santa Fe.
What's a Santa Fe?
A Santa Fe, like an old Hyundai Santa Fe.
Hyundai.
Yeah, just
Oh.
like no signage or anything. And I was
Nothing
like,
wrong with
okay,
that.
all right,
She's
no, no.
popular. She's being inconspicuous getting
Exactly
around town.
right. Exactly. But then she opened up the boot and it was like, when you watch those action movies and the bomb squad arrived to defuse a bomb?
She have a robot.
Oh, yeah.
She
She have a barbecue robot as her sidekick.
yeah, zzz, yeah, he came in to
The
fix
dog.
it.
The barbecue dog.
No, she opened up the boot and she got out this. It was like the SES arrived. She got out this full backpack and the toolkit and looked at me and went, "Show me to the barbecue."
Oh, like she's a paramedic.
Yes. And she walks in and she
I'm
sits
here to
down
resuscitate the barbecue.
and then zzz, unzips the bag. The bag folds down and she's got all the little cable cutters and everything in
Yeah.
like that. And I was
She's
like,
serious. She means
sh-
business. She's got
she-
multiple barbecue businesses.
She was not mucking around.
So did she fix the barbecue?
She did not fix the
You're kidding.
Oh, what?
She's got to order a part.
Oh, can't fix the barbecue, Sharon.
No.
We'll rename her.
No. She knew.
Hopeless Sharon.
No, don't do that. No. She's excellent at what she does. She's got to order.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, she knew the problem.
Did you or did you not have a barbecue last night? No.
We ordered Thai.
Why did she have in her backpack if she didn't have the part?
No, she just didn't
Snags.
have that. She didn't have that. But she doesn't carry meat on her.
That's a missed opportunity.
You know what? That's a great
She
opportunity.
should have a robot dog and
Oh,
she
she
should
could be a
do a
mobile
cook-up.
Bunnings barbecue.
Oh my God, she should do that as like her calling card at the end. Like, barbecue's fixed and here's your complimentary meat platter.
Yeah, because I once had these guys when this is very early days of computers, and they were called the nerds. And if you had a computer problem, they'd come around and fix your computers, and
This
then
is
they'd
good.
give you a packet of nerds lollies at the end.
Love that.
Barbecue Sharon should do that.
That's what just hands over a little plate
Yeah,
of
or
sausages.
some branded tools or something.
Ah, that's an apron.
My barbecue is fixed by Barbecue Sharon.
So Shaz is going to be back in a couple of weeks. I've got to wait for a part.
I'll
Did
believe it
she-
when I see it.
Did she flirt?
No, she didn't flirt. She's a little bit older than me.
She doesn't sound like a flirter.
Oh, okay.
She
There
sounds
was
like she
there
means
was
business.
something degrading about being a man standing next to my barbecue, having a lady who's
A lady tradie? No.
No,
You
no,
can't be
just-
degraded by a lady tradie.
no.
Power to the sisters.
It was just like she's a bit older. She's there fixing the barbecue, telling me
it's
how
like-
to fix the burner.
Well, she didn't fix it, so
Well,
I
she's
wouldn't
got
feel that
experience.
Well, she's coming back.
degraded. Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe she does give a meat tray at the end, but it's when the barbecue's fixed.
You should give her a meat tray if she fixes the barbecue. She's doing you a favour, not the other way around.
A giant sausage bumper bar and the O as a hot plate. I love that.
We're just ordinary people.
The Ordinary Games with Jase and Lauren. Finding the best of us from the rest of us.
Good morning, Melbourne. Yep, the action just isn't going on in Paddy. It's also going on back home here in Melbourne with the Ordinary Games.
Now, it is a bit of false advertising because it says we're finding the best of us for the rest of us.
From the rest
From
of us.
the
yeah.
rest of us. You don't actually have to be athletic in any way
Not
to
at
be
all.
a part of our Ordinary Games. In fact, the less talented you are, the better.
There'll be two events. We have Little Leaps, which is adults going over children's hurdles, and we'll be hitting the pool for the biggest splash. So if you would
We're
like...
getting on the Jerry Springboard
Yep,
and off we go.
that's what we'll refer to
Jerry
it as.
Springboard.
All right, the Jerry
It's
Springer
all
boards.
anyone is talking about here in Paris, can I tell you? The IOC president's been talking about it.
Well, you've got to be very careful if you're not an official broadcast partner, which we are not, because we can't afford that.
Yeah.
So we can't use any of the terms that actually happens at the Olympics.
That's
so
right.
I would appreciate if the IOC stops talking about our competition
Yeah,
term,
don't
because they
butt
can't
out of
afford
it.
us, Clint.
So here's the go. All you have to do is register via the Nova Player app or go to novafm.com.au. You can pick yourself up a cheeky $1,000 and hold the title of an Ordinary Games champion. Sticking with the official games for a second, Clint is over in Paris, and we've got dramas
Yes.
again in the
Who's
Aussie
been
athletes.
robbed today?
Yeah.
Well, so just quickly, it's like a bit of a roller coaster. You got the highs being Anna Mears announcing our flag bearers, Eddie Ockenden, a Tasmanian, 5-time Olympian, and also Jess Fox, who could win 3 gold medals at this Olympics.
I love
She's
her.
in red hot form. And then the lows being our BMX rider, who has been robbed, or the truck carrying their goods has been robbed. I think we might have a clip of it.
Luckily my bikes weren't in there, although my bike bags were in there with some things in it. Crazy start to the trip. Thank God for bag tags. We found our bags, all our stuff.
Massage table! Yes! Oh, look at all your tools on the ground. Your gloves. Oh, bro. Look at all your shit. They ate your chockies.
So they had air tags in their bags, and they found them by following the air tags. And the thieves
they
had done
did.
nothing but eat their snacks.
And jokes aside, this is not what you want days out from actually competing.
No. Not
Well,
at
that
all.
athlete there is actually looking to back up his gold medal he won in Tokyo. So it'd be quite unsettling, but good to see him have a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun with it.
I love Australians. They're like, oh no, bro, we lost all our stuff.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Not the chockies!
They ate the chockies!
not the Tim Tams. Yeah, we'll be right.
Hey.
She'll be right, mate.
Hey, Clint Stanaway is over in Paddy at the moment for the Olympics. Clint, I don't know what the delay is going to be like, but I've just forwarded you a text that I received.
Have you seen it?
I've just opened it.
Okay, before we
Who's
get
this from?
okay, I received a text from a girl that used to work on this show called Tona Roddy. She now does a successful podcast with her mate Ryan, Tony and Ryan.
Because you remember back in our day, we had to go out, you had your phone, your digital camera, your wallet.
Oh, the digital.
I'll stop it there because she's pretty inappropriate and I don't know what else she'll say.
Well, this text is inappropriate.
So I caught up with Tony for quite some time, Loss.
Yeah, I love Tona Roddy. She finished just when I started.
Did you? Was there any crossover?
Yeah, there was about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but she'd
right.
resigned, and then I started, and she said, "Oh, if I knew you were coming, I would have stayed."
She's a bit of a loose unit.
And I didn't believe it.
No. She's great fun. I love Tony. She's a loose
great.
unit, right? No filter.
No.
And I haven't caught up with her for quite some time. Clint, can you try and give us the clean version
Yes.
of the text
Yes.
she sent me?
Now, I will insert my own beeps where appropriate.
Okay.
OMG, Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this verbally.
You're standing in the middle of downtown Paris. Just to
excuse
set
me,
the
we're
scene.
just in Paris, everyone. Mind your ears. OMG, I had a sex dream about you last night. You beep the beep out of me, but I faked it. I'm so sorry.
No, they can't. You are married. No, they can't. No, they can't come true. Because
Sorry, sir. Australian radio.
Did CNN just give you a few funny looks?
the French love this stuff. You're in the city of dreams still.
Did you say dreams?
Oh, sorry, city of love is what I meant. God, you've got inside my head. No,
Am I in there?
No.
Don't get in. Don't. You don't want him in the head.
No. I would also never admit that to the person I'd had a dream about.
Ever.
Really?
Remember when I told you I had a naughty dream about Grant Denyer?
That's right.
And it was a very much an inside conversation that should have stayed inside my head, and you told him live on our radio show.
Yeah, it went a bit weird when he really wanted the details.
No, you can't tell people that stuff. That's like inside.
I know. I was like, what do you say back to that?
You take that to the grave.
I was just like, this is okay, all right.
What did you reply?
We've got a very sick sense of humour.
What did you reply?
Pics or it didn't happen. Anyway.
Oh my God.
What I would like to open the phones on this morning. In fact, let me set the scene.
Naughty. 640.
13.
Are we asking Melbourne, have you had a sex dream about Jase?
No, God, no. 13, 24, 10.
I think the phones would be very quiet. Because that is called a nightmare.
13, 24, 10. Who have you slept with in your dreams?
Oh, in your dreams.
Yes. Who was it?
Grant Denyer. There you go.
What was he like?
Pretty good.
What about the height?
Wasn't an issue in my dream.
Right.
Yeah.
Could have been an advantage.
See, I've got a problem. I can't even get one away in my dream.
Oh, mate.
Clint.
Oh, no.
You're in the city of love. I've got a feeling you're going to fall in love over there. We're never going to see you
I can't
again.
even get one away in my dream.
Oh, no. Shame. I think Paris is going to do it for you, Clint. Dream big, kid. Dream big.
Okay, so 13, 24, 10. Have you had a naughty dream about a celebrity?
Someone we know.
Someone. Great.
A
Yeah.
celebrity.
13, 24, 10. You can remain completely anonymous. Yeah.
Given that you're in Paris, Clint, when I was when I had COVID the first time when remember that Christmas, New Year's when everyone went down, it was when one of the seasons of Emily in Paris had come out, and I was having dreams about Gabrielle and Elfie, the two main characters, not at the same time, different. And Paul kept waking me up going, "Who is Gabrielle?"
You were saying the names.
Yeah, sleep talking. Yep.
Oh, that's always awkward.
Yep. Yes. Yep. And then I was like, put Netflix on, Dal. It's this guy. He's French and he's hot.
And don't ever wake me again.
Never. Don't interrupt.
13, 24, 10. Who have you had a naughty dream about? In return, I've got $200 Kogan vouchers up for grabs. Kogan.com helps you get what you want for less. Kogan.com. Now that is clicking awesome. Our naughty 640 topic, Melbourne. Who have you had a naughty dream about? You never know. Dreams can come true. 13, 24, 10 is our number. We are asking this morning, who have you had a naughty dream about?
Someone had one about Jason. He's got a bounce in his step this morning.
Well, it's one way. It's the only way I'm getting it. All right, let's go to John in Hillside. G'day, John.
Morning, guys.
Who'd you sleep with?
In your dreams.
My mother-in-law.
Oh, no, that's not appropriate.
John,
and John, you take that to the grave. You never mention that again.
Well, I'm not exactly worried that she'd listen because she listens to Kiss FM, so I know she ain't hearing it.
Well, guess what, John? She's dead to me too. Now, someone texts Jase saying they had a naughty dream about him. No, they can't. We want to know right now, who did you have a naughty dream about? Someone we know, someone you shouldn't have had a dream about, perhaps.
13, 24, 10, just before we take a caller.
Someone just called and said they had a dream about their mother-in-law.
Our executive producer, The Thumb, Brody. Who have you had a dream about? Someone we know?
this is someone that everyone knows, about the great Roberta Williams.
You're like a bad gal.
Yeah, I think I was watching Underbelly at the time, and it just brought back some very vivid memories.
I think when you're watching TV shows and movies and you fall asleep, sometimes it can happen.
God,
good.
it's so annoying when someone wakes you up, though.
Well, it depends. It depends who your dreams about. If it was my mother-in-law, I'd be like, well, thank God you woke me.
Toothpicks in the eyes. I'm never sleeping again.
Olivia in Phillip Island on 13-24-10. Did you have a naughty dream about somebody?
I love the show.
What show?
Your show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, God, where's this going? Who'd you have a dream about?
Uh-oh.
I had a dream about Cal Knight from Kath and Kim.
Hang on.
Not Cal Day Night.
Hang on, Glenn Robbins or Glenn Robbins as Cal?
Glenn Robbins as
Yes.
You know what?
Wow.
Glenn listens to this show. He will be very rapt with that.
Olivia, how did you feel waking up from that dream?
Dirty.
I felt refreshed, ready to take on the day.
Ready to put on your parachute tracksuit and go for a power walk.
What was Cal like?
He was amazing.
He knew his way around
She
Fountain
really
Gate.
loved
Let's
it.
just say that. Yeah, she really did.
really loved it.
Let's go to Chris in Bacchus Marsh. Chris,
Yeah.
who'd you sleep with?
In your dreams.
I had a very sexual dream of my mechanic.
Oh, gosh.
And he's the family's mechanic.
Oh, okay.
He's married, I'm married, so
Yeah.
something will never come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That's why dreams
Every
are good.
time I take the car in, I'm just like, damn.
Oh, you're not embarrassed?
Oh, no, I've not said it to him, but my mind, I can't look at him.
She walks straight
you
into
know-
that service station and has a cigarette and goes, oh, that was amazing.
You know what's under his mechanic's uniform.
Yeah, jeez.
It's got her hot under the collar.
Get on
She's
the-
like crashing her car regularly.
Absolutely.
To pop in.
Want to get under my bonnet?
Chris, you're not a very good driver, are you?
Just siphoning the oil out. Another oil change.
Oh, I put petrol in my diesel again. Shame, off I go. Uh-oh. Someone's called in anonymously.
Oh, this means it's going to be a good one. Anonymous in Burwood.
There's no shame in your dreams.
No, not at all. Who have you slept with?
Well, a little bit of shame.
Nah,
I'm
there's
gonna just say it's a young David Attenborough, but when he was young.
Oh, did he talk dirty? Did he talk dirty in your dreams?
Well, no, not so much. I don't remember any words, but I'd just been to the BBC Earth exhibition and there was a whole thing on him and photos of when he was young. He was really quite hot when he was young.
Oh, that voice.
I saw, actually, there was an exhibition out at the Loom.
Yeah,
and I
that's
saw,
it. The BBC Earth.
Yeah.
Did you go to and have a sex dream about David Attenborough?
Didn't have a sex dream, but I even looked at him and was like, oh, yeah, look at the young man feasting on the carcass. Or he says it better in the voice, you know.
Yeah, that voice.
Yeah.
Yes. I've never seen him when he was young. I'll have to do a Google
Do
job.
a Google now.
Young David Attenborough, please hold.
Yep. We're holding.
Oh, gosh. Young David Attenborough.
Don't ask me how to spell it.
Nah, not my flavour.
Okay. Right. Across Melbourne, this is Nova 100. You're on the with Jase and Lauren.
No, who are we with?
Clint's live in Paris.
Clint's live in Paris, and he was just speaking to a beautiful Parisian woman. You were trying to get her to say in French, Jason Lauren with Clint. And she flat out in English goes, Jason Lauren with Clint.
Is she there? Can you do a live version for us now, Clint?
She's gone. But it turns out Jason Lauren with Clint live in Paris is pretty much exactly the same in French. We were trying to get it for some pros, but let's not go with that one, hey?
Oh, that's so great. Hey, Clint, I have heard, can you confirm, I have heard Celine Dion has been spotted in Paris. She's posted photos from the Louvre. She is there. She is going to be at the opening ceremony. I'm sure of it.
She's here. She will be at the opening ceremony. Cannot confirm or deny. Oh, listen to this voice.
Oh, this was at the Atlanta Olympics in
This was
1996. The power of the dream.
Sing it,
I
Celine.
recorded that on VHS and I watched it over and over and
Until
over again.
Bo,
the
your
opening
brother,
ceremony.
taped over
And
it.
taped
You know
over it
what?
with
Because-
Dino Riders. Dog. What a
Because
dog.
the opening ceremony is also on the River Seine, maybe she could reprise Titanic.
No,
as well.
no. The barges aren't going down.
Okay, all right. Well, so she's in Paris, but not able to confirm yet if she is singing.
Okay.
Of course, she's had a horrible battle the last couple of years trying to overcome stiff person syndrome.
Yes.
So it's just great to see her in Paris and attending the game.
And she looks really well as well. I mean,
does.
even if they just play her music and she goes on the barge down the river waving at people, I'd be happy.
Imagine this. Her on the front of the boat. Yes. A couple of little poos floating past because that river's filthy.
Oh, that would be a moment.
Oh, my God. I took my mum to Celine Dion when she came out here last time at Rod Laver Arena. We had a gals' night, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Really?
Her voice is, like, phenomenal. Can't be beaten.
Well, it would go down as one of the great Olympic moments outside of Amigos para Siempre. Remember that one? That was a banger.
That's...
What?
You know, Amigos para Siempre means you'll always be my friend.
Yeah.
What's that?
Amigos
What
para
Olympics was that?
Siempre is that love that never ends.
What Olympics was that? Clint?
Mel might
I think
give
it
it a
was Barcelona.
run today after 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Clint,
Anyway.
how are you doing away from home?
Oh, okay. So I'm really lacking on the domestic front because I'm in a hotel. It's not very big. And today I woke up with the realisation I ain't got any clothes left, right? So I'm going to have to do one of two things. I'm going to have to go down the Champs-Élysées and spend a stack of money replenishing the wardrobe.
Too expensive.
I make a dash for the local laundromat.
Question. Do they wash your uniforms for you, like your on-air Olympics?
The Channel 9 ones.
Channel
Yeah,
9
right.
uniforms?
They will, but the games haven't started and I'm not
you're
in
on
the
your
uniform
own.
yet.
Got it.
Yeah. So fending for myself. Question.
Back here in Melbourne, you never
Yes.
put away your clothes horse. It's always in your living room. Did you take that
Back
with
in
you?
Melbourne,
He doesn't have a dryer.
I've never walked into a laundromat in my life.
Oh, no, that's part of travelling. We were doing it in Greece too.
Yeah.
We were popping down and then our beautiful...
How did you go?
Well, our beautiful hotel balcony ended up... It was the most magnificent, aesthetically pleasing hotel from the beach. You could look at it and think, what a beautiful hotel. And then you'd look at our room, look like a Chinese laundromat with all our washing hanging out because Paul doesn't like his stuff in the dryer because it shrinks.
You had the brassieres and the duds just hanging from the balustrades.
The laces were hanging from the roof.
well, so I took a risk on two parts. I went into the laundromat, I put the euros in, was off to a flyer, right? Found the soap, put it through the wash, all good. 45 minutes later, it's ready to go in the dryer. Had a few issues getting it into the dryer and getting the dryer working because it is in Francais. I had to Google translate every last detail.
I mean, they're pictures on a dryer. There's not even
it's
words.
It's like those stupid little logos on the oven. It doesn't say fan forced. It just has like the dots and stuff like that.
Confusing.
Anyway, chuck it in the dryer for 21 minutes. Now,
That
I
doesn't
don't
seem
have
like
a dryer.
long enough.
I don't have a dryer. So
You're a clothes
I just
horse guy.
assumed I'm a clothes horse guy, right? I assumed that would be an adequate drying time.
No, brother.
As it
Brother,
here's
no.
the thing. As it turns out, it's the opposite of what you were saying. Because I went to pull on my Calvin Klein duds this afternoon and I couldn't get them over my knees.
Oh, they're that small. Everything's shrunk.
Or maybe your package has grown.
You must have had it on very high heat.
No, it's industrial dryer. Industrial dryer just...
Massive, right? And I'm talking about the dryer.
Yeah.
Couldn't get them over my knees. My entire wardrobe
is miniature.
gone. I might as well donate it to Grant Denyer.
Really? Is it that bad?
It's that bad.
To Grant Denyer. I can't wait to see you in your crop top on the news later, Clint. Oh, Clint's in his sports bra. Oh, no, that's his t-shirt.
So tonight, on the banks of the River Seine, I'm pleased to say I am freeballing.
Oh, no.
Love that for you.
I think the Parisians would love that, though.
Yeah.
They're very, like,
Would they?
free living. Yeah. The Europeans.
No rules?
Did
Europeans love it.
did a spotlight just get turned on when you say I'm freeballing? It just lit up there.
No, they've invited me to the Moulin Rouge.
Oh, look out. Take us to the break, Celine. It is just gone 7:20. Coming up this morning, one of the biggest names in AFL are hanging up the boots. We'll let you know who it is when they join us this morning just after 7:30 here on Nova 100.
So, I mean, I know we talk regularly about the difference between men and women, but you guys leave the house with what? Your phone and your wallet sometimes, not even your wallet anymore.
No, well, the cards are on your phone
it's just
now.
on your phone.
It's
So do you just
awesome.
get your car keys? Like Paul, the keys are on the phone, so he just leaves with his phone. That's it.
Oh, that's livid.
Walks out of the house just with a phone. No
That
keys
is living.
required.
Sometimes a Blistex as well.
A what?
A Blistex.
The chapstick.
Lip balm.
Yeah,
Chapstick.
gotcha. Yeah, right.
Women don't do that. We carry handbags because we need things. And I find that those things often come in handy. Like, how many times do you say to me, "Oh, Loz, do you have any Nurofen?" Or, "Loz, do you have any this? Do you have?" You know?
I do like that I can go, Lauren, can you hold my glasses? And I'll give you my sunnies. You
Yeah,
put it in
yeah,
your
yeah.
handbag.
Right. So we carry
Do you
handbags.
guys hate that though?
Well, it depends what bag I'm carrying. Generally, day to day, I've got like a decent size.
Oh, no, that's what does my head in.
Handbag.
When I'll say to my wife or Lauren, hey, can I put my sunnies in your handbag?
Won't fit.
Won't fit. Yet, you've got a 7-Eleven in there.
Yeah, but I've got handbags that I take, little clutch bags that like I then have to put my phone in my pocket because my phone doesn't even fit. It's so small, nothing fits in there.
What's the point
If you're going to
carrying a bag?
Crown Palladium,
Yes, a lip gloss will fit and $50. Credit
Yeah,
card, maybe that's it. I said to Paul the other day, I needed him to get something out of my bag, and I was like, "Can you grab? It's in my bag." I can't even remember what he was looking for, and he started digging,
No.
and he was like, "I can't do this. I can't do this. There's too much in here. I'm never going to find it."
it's like
And
a
I was
lucky dip.
It's like a lucky dip.
No, if there's one
So he
thing...
refuses to go through my big carry-on bag, and we've been travelling too, so there's
No.
heaps of stuff.
From the days of growing up, I remember my mum would be like, can you just reach in my bag and grab my wallet? And I would have a full-blown panic attack every time.
What you're going to find.
Just that I can't find her wallet because there's so much crap in there. My wife's the same.
It's not crap. It's important things that we need day to day.
I refuse to get something out of my wife's handbag for her.
Well, I think you should go through my bag and just see what's in there. See the things that are useful.
We
I love
do
this.
not have time for this.
Now, one of our producers suggested this, and just before I was like, I might just curate this, and Jay said, nah. If you've got stuff in there, let's find out what's in there.
Do it real.
Because I actually could do with a cleansing, because sometimes I
Pass
can't
me the
find things.
bag.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, I would say this is a larger style handbag.
Medium size, I would say.
There we go. I'll
It's
hold it
got
up.
a zip.
I'll hold it up to you on Zoom, Clint, so you can see.
Yeah.
Is this a
It's a
real
nice
one or a
bag.
Bali job?
It's not a Bali job.
Okay, it's a real one. Okay.
It's quite full. It's quite heavy.
She's full to the brim.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm going to pull out of the handbag is a miniature handbag, which is the exact
What do you
same.
mean?
It's like
Is that the makeup bag?
It's a pouch. It's a pouch.
What's in the pouch?
Medicines, I think.
May I look?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
What do you got?
compartments.
Medicines.
Cold and flu, Panadol Rapid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's handy.
You've used those before.
A lot.
hang on. What was in the pouch?
Medicines?
Yep. Guess what's in the big bag?
What?
More medicines.
Oh, yeah, they should have been in the pouch. It's fallen out.
Lemsip.
Oh, yeah, they're great. Cold and flu.
A whole box.
Tis the season. You never know when you're going to need one of them in the morning.
Carry a sachet.
Yeah, but if you're like,
Oh, they're
how realistic
eyelashes.
is that? Because if
Sorry. I've just pulled out a little white box. What's in here? I can't even open the box.
Eyelashes.
They're fake
You're getting your
eyelashes.
makeup done.
so, how do you chuck them on?
Sushi.
What, glue?
She carries,
Like
seaweed.
Seaweed snacks. Yeah. Yum.
Oh,
Never know
yes,
when you're going to
yuck.
need them.
You're not two. You don't need a snack bag.
No. Yeah, you never know when you're hungry on the go.
More pills.
Okay, yep, keep going.
More Nurofen.
Yep, they should go in the... Could you put them in the mini handbag in the pouch?
Put on your price line.
Flexible hairspray.
Yeah, necessary. You've used that before too, Jase. Don't.
You need that in the...
Oh, sprayed it in his face. Well done.
Receipts for the tax
Yeah,
man.
yep, keep them. Don't throw them out.
What are they? A little...
Oh, that's a bronzer.
Oh, of course,
You
yep.
always need a bronzer.
Why do you need two bronzers?
Oh, is there
'Cause
two
there's
of the
second
same?
one. The car key?
Oh, I was looking for that yesterday. That's
Here
what
it
it
is.
is. The spare key.
Is that a condom? Oh, no.
No,
it's
tea bag.
It's tea bag.
Tea bag.
Right. More Nurofen.
Okay. Surely.
How much Nurofen? We've got Barocca.
Yep, that always comes in handy.
Sorry, Clint.
I didn't know that was in there.
She's carrying a tin of tuna.
Well, you just never know when
that's
you can.
pov.
It's a non-perishable. That'll last a while. Could be snacking
Well,
on.
you're not on a boat.
More seaweed. This is unbelievable. Headphones.
Yeah, necessary.
Hydrolytes.
Oh, I'd do with one of those now, actually.
More Nurofen.
What have you found? What else? Oh, a fresh G-string. You never know when you're going to need that.
What?
You know,
Jase?
a change of red
Jase.
scrundies. You never know.
How often?
They're clean. They're clean. You don't need to hold them
Jase,
with a pen.
give it a hoon. Just make sure it's
No,
clean.
absolutely not. Oh, don't worry.
Go on.
It's not just the G-banger. She got socks as well.
No one likes cold ankles.
This is...
What? What's there now? What is
Really?
It? What is it? What?
Can you explain why you're a grown woman who's almost 40
Uh-oh.
that carries a dummy, a baby dummy,
I don't know.
around in her handbag?
Well, that must be my nieces. Are you
Either that or
serious?
you and Paul are doing some sick stuff at night.
Wow.
A dummy. Yeah, well, there you go. If the baby's crying, I can just... What do you do with it? Pop that under some running water.
Sorry. Last thing.
Uh-oh.
This is as grim as it gets. Right at the bottom of her bag, amongst all the dust, debris, and crap.
Yep.
I found your Invisalign.
That must be an old one. That can go in the bin.
Got some big news to announce this morning.
Yes, the AFL have confirmed the entertainment for the grand final, which is actually sneaking up on us, isn't it?
I know, it's not too far away.
It's 2 months, not even 2 months.
Speaking of which, we will be doing our grand final breakfast in the lead up as well.
We are. We'll tell you about that closer to the date of how you can come along to that. It's going to be fun.
But grand final day at the G.
The rumours are confirmed, Jase.
100,000 passionate fans roaring at the mighty MCG. I can't wait to hear that. I'll be performing at the Telstra pregame entertainment at the 2024 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
That's right. Katy Perry has been confirmed for the AFL Grand Final. She'll be great.
I think she will.
I think people will underestimate it and then they'll see it and go, oh yeah, she's got banger after banger.
I got the kids to watch the Katy Perry movie.
I haven't watched it.
Have you not seen that?
No. Is that a this weekend job?
That is a 100% this weekend job, and then I know exactly what you'll do. You'll text me saying,
I want to be best friends with Katy Perry.
That's what everyone did when they walked out of the cinema. Like, I know Katy can cop it a little bit online and stuff, but as a live performer,
she's epic. Yeah,
she's incredible. So Katy Perry will be at this year's AFL Grand Final.
Good job, Andrew Dillon is a new CEO. He had to do something pretty big, and he's pulled it off. Well done. It's a sad day, Jase.
Well, let's do it as a celebration. There is someone hanging up the boots, or dare I say, the whistle in the world of AFL, and they join us this morning.
Introducing our next guest, the AFL's most well-known and beloved umpire. He has officiated 385 games, including 3 grand finals.
Razor Ray! Oh, he's a star, isn't he? They're the rules, mate. I didn't write the book. I've just read it, all right?
Now, sadly, he has announced his retirement from footy umpiring and is hanging up the whistle. Please welcome to the studio, Razor Ray Chamberlain.
Razor Ray, good morning.
Hi, team. How are we?
Well, you've broken our little hearts. Now, I know this is a celebration of your career, but you walked in and Jay said, mate, what are you doing? You're the only umpire we know. And it's true. You are the only umpire anyone knows.
But I'm in the right place this morning because I heard that you're paying people's bills, which is timely for me because I need to investigate that a little further.
Register via the Nova Player app, Razor, and join the queue.
Hey, congrats. You're hanging up the whistle. How many years has it been?
Just 20. I grabbed a pizza and I came home and I filled my face with that and my daughter looks at me in disgust and she's nearly 15 and she said to me, Dad, I've only known you with football.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was a really interesting lens for it to be sort of rammed home.
Because the umpires, you guys cop it, right? Like I saw the other day, I was at the footy.
Who?
And as the umpires walked off at halftime, there were people screaming and booing and yelling. And
the all-time favourite sledge at Chamberlain. What was it?
Yeah, the dingo took the wrong Chamberlain. There's no doubt. This guy said there is no doubt.
The dingo took the wrong Chamberlain.
So
you guys cop it, but 20 years of that, have you just had enough?
No, I love the game. I love the passion, right? So that this will make people upchuck their breakfast. We actually share something in common, everyone, like all the masses out there, along with the umpires. We passionately love the game and invested in the game. I've got no drama with that. Save your death threats. I don't need any more of those.
Yeah,
thanks.
nah. That's not in the spirit of the game.
But the genuine love of the game and that it actually makes it. You remember in COVID and we couldn't go to the game?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
It was the worst.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. We're lucky we were able to do our thing, but just not having humans there and that energy within the stadium.
You didn't like the cardboard cutouts people were buying and printing?
Funnily enough, no, I didn't vibe to that.
People had to tweet abuse to you instead of actually screaming it over the fence of the MCG.
Amongst the players, you got a good name, mate. Like I know we've spoken to Petrarca before about you, and you know he'll always say you guys have a good chat out there together. Coxie talks you up as well. I know on a serious note, it is extremely hard sometimes for football players because that has been their world. And when they hang up the boots, there's that lack of like, Jesus, what am I doing with my life
next?
now? Is it a similar feeling with umpires when you've done it for as long as you have?
That's a really fair question. My brother-in-law played in the NRL for 20 years, and we work together now. And so for me, I've seen that happen even in umpiring. It's somebody's identity, and
it's a sad part of what they've done.
Yeah, for me, I've always looked at. I love umpiring and I love footy, but it's something I do. It's not actually who I am. And you know, we've got a business just down the road here, finance business. My brothers and I, we have a foundation where we raise money and distribute that for charities, and I have my family, and I've got other things I want to do. Like, you know, you sort of go through life. I lived in Hotham Street in St Kilda East, and every day for nearly 10 years, twice a day, I'd drive past Ripon Lee, and I didn't even know it existed until I got married.
Yeah,
and we got married there. And so you just things go by you in life that you don't even know
It's just the one area I think it still needs a lot of work in football. It's these young guys that just lose their whole identity to it.
The AFL are quite good now with like making sure players are educated and they've got a plan after footy and
like
all
some
that.
of them are 35 and they're like, bloody hell, I don't know how to do my washing.
But you know the thing about it is because you come through from a kid, you play, you love it, and you don't actually do a lot else. I remember David Parkin, he's just a wonderful human being, and he when he was coaching in the AFL, he would demand of his players that they had to study or work part-time.
Yeah. Well, his daughter was my school teacher.
Yeah.
So they were about education.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so I've always had other stuff in my life, and I think it's important.
So you've been out there for 20 years. You've seen it all. Who's the worst player you've ever umpired? Who's the naughtiest?
Okay, good.
Naughtiest.
As in like cranky pants? Or
Who gave it to you the most as a player?
Oh, no, Peerless. It's Daylight second. And I do want to preface it by saying I've never had a conversation with this human outside of the context of footy.
Yeah, that's fine.
It could be the nicest person.
No, this is all white line fever stuff.
Oh, good. Peter Bell.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Who did he play for? Who's he play for?
Freo.
Yeah, so he played at North Melbourne. He was a premiership player. He was the president of the Players Association before Paddy Dangerfield and whatever.
Yep.
He went to Freo, didn't he?
And he captained Fremantle, and now he owns half of Western Australia.
Yeah,
so he's
right.
a complete loser, obviously. Like he's won life, right? But I tell you what, mate, he'd chase you around for 2 hours and just give it to you.
And who's the biggest goody two shoes? There's always a teacher's pet. Who's the one that sucked up to you the most and you thought, I know you're trying to get Brownlow votes here?
Yeah, no, there's...
Is that Christian Petrarca?
No,
I think he even said to us that he asked you for a Brownlow vote.
Track's he's evolved. So when he come in, he was this young guy, you know, he was a big, angry sort of and it looked like he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder. But you just knew he was going to be, like everyone had said, oh, wait for this bloke, you know. We knew of him before he got there. And you could tell he was a winner. But to his credit, because he get a bit barky,
doesn't he?
But now he grabs himself now before he goes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He's unreal.
He's
no, that's what he said. He goes, I always offer Razor a bit of my water with the water bottle. You know.
I think he feels sorry for me. He thinks I'm going to drop dead.
No, I think he just wants the Brownlow vote.
And finally, what about the fans? What team gives it to you the most in terms of the cheer squad and the fans?
It's evolved. When I started, the hardest place to go was over in Perth.
Yeah.
They actually made a like where you walk out onto the ground. They made this like tunnel because they used to. And the lot, right?
Jesus.
And but
Adelaide though, they're shocking too, aren't they?
Yeah, they ebb and flow. But I do find here in Melbourne over the last few years, the Bombers fans mean it.
Oh,
do
they?
Yeah, no, it's not just giggles.
Just
they mean
quickly,
it.
we got Shane Crawford coming in after 8:30 this morning. Crawf, what's your run-ins with him been like?
So Crawf's hilarious. So for starters, when he was killing it and I was coming up, everyone wanted to be Shane Crawford.
Didn't they?
The saddest thing about Shane, I'm not sure whether you know this, but for the 10 years there where Shane didn't own a shirt with sleeves, so I don't know.
Yeah.
He'd strut
Shane
around.
rated himself old Crawford.
Gotcha.
He was a
Greatest
man
arms.
for all seasons.
Sorry, that's changed?
Yeah, he's old now. He puts
Right.
his dad arms away.
But they are very kind man and very supportive. So no, I'm a Shane Crawford fan.
Well, you must have
unabashed.
been, because he won a Brownlow and the umpires vote for
Yeah.
that. Do you think that'll stay that way, that the umpires will continue to vote for the Brownlow?
Well,
Because,
yes, forevermore. Otherwise, it's not the Brownlow. It's
Yeah.
just another award.
and do you think footy's going to become one of those sports like tennis where there's no more refs and it's all AI and videos and...
It's the one sport that it won't happen to on the field. Maybe around the edges and whatever, but because of our laws,
They need you.
It's all interpretive dance, which sends everyone bonkers.
Hey, we're on the air with Razor Ray this morning. He is hanging up the whistle. Before we let you go, look, a lot of kids out there have their favourite player, and it's their hero. There is one kid who absolutely looks up to you on the footy field, and we've got him in the building this morning. He doesn't know you're here, and we want to get your help next to pull off a bit of a surprise.
Done.
Razor Ray joining us on the air this morning. He is hanging up the whistle. Dare I say, one of the most well-known umpires of our fine game.
You've got more personality than most of them, I would say. I don't mean that in a mean way to the others. I'm sure they're all great.
It's harm minimisation
But
from the
you're
others.
You're our favourite.
Oh, thank you.
Who are we going to talk about when you're not there, Razor? Although David Roden's he's quite animated.
We do like the D-Rod, and he's a serious dancer.
Isn't he?
Which is I think is a great quality for
David
a person to
Roden
have.
used to play for Richmond. He used to always do the AFL player review dancing thing, and now he's a goal umpire, and he's so animated.
One
He's
Dancing with the
great.
Stars. I go, dude, challenge yourself. Go on SAS. Too scared. Too scared, D-Rod.
I wouldn't go on SAS. I
Not a
don't need that
chance.
Ant Middleton yelling in my face. Thank you very much.
Do you, gold watch when you retire? Do you get lifetime tickets to the G?
300 games. The AFL Life membership gets you that.
Right.
So that's probably... they asked me, do you want to get to 400 games?
How many are you at?
380 something.
Oh.
And I said, no, 400 doesn't matter. I go 300's the one. That
Yeah.
gets you the tickets for life.
If they give you a Rolex at 400, you'll play till 400.
No, my brother's got a Rolex, so I can't get that. He rubs that in my face
So
every
do you
day.
have a team? Are you allowed to barrack for a team? No.
No, we have to hate them all the same, Lauren. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and
Right.
Canberra Raiders up the milk.
Do you think when you hang up the whistle, you'll get a team?
I'd love to go full Nuffy.
I could see you in the cheer squad.
I'd love to be able to get just
Maybe
go
at the
find
Bombers.
a
They're the
team.
team you said hated you the most. Maybe you could hang up the whistle and go and join
I
the
just
cheer
said they
squad.
meant it the most.
With all due respect, Razor, I take you as a face painter. Like, I can see him as a full nuffy in the crowd. Hey, we got a phone call from a lovely lady named Beck a couple of weeks ago. She called us about her son, Mason. Take a listen.
So my youngest son is obsessed with being an AFL umpire.
Oh.
So we bought him the whole get-up.
How
So he's got, like, the top, the shorts, everything,
Love
and
it.
the whistle.
Oh,
And
no.
the whistle.
Oh, the whistle.
the whistle.
Oh, the
Which
whistle.
was so adorable because he knows all the hand signals and everything, but it is a nightmare.
Yeah.
He wants to be playing umpire outside all the time. We get messages from the neighbours.
How old is he, Beck?
He's 10.
We should
he
get
has
him in to meet
autism and
Razor
he
Ray.
has-
Oh,
Does
yeah,
he know
would you like
Razor
to meet
Ray?
Razor Ray?
The umpire? Footy umpire?
Oh, my God, he would lose it.
Well, joining us in the studio this morning, bring him in. He's such a nice kid. He'll be extremely shy, but he is decked out in his umpire gear. Mace, get in here.
10-year-old Mason. It's Razor Ray.
Hi, Mason. How are you? Are you good?
And he's brought in treats.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Talk into the mic. What did you say, Mason?
They're
Yeah,
tired.
Yeah,
he's
he's
retired.
It's because he's old.
I have, mate. I've got to rest. I've got to rest now.
And Mason, when you grow up, what do you want to be?
Umpire.
An umpire.
We need lots of umpires, Mason, so I think we'll be able to find you a place, mate.
Mason, how old are you?
I'm 10.
10. You're about the same height as Razor Ray,
You-
so you could get a job
Yeah.
probably this week.
Hey,
Would you be my kid?
Mason,
I reckon his uniform would fit you.
what team do you support, mate?
I go Sydney.
Sydney.
Okay, can't win them all.
Hey, Beck. Hey, Beck, your little boy desperately wants to be an umpire when he grows up. How excited is he when he puts on his umpire uniform and blows into that whistle?
So excited. He sleeps in it.
Oh.
He wears it all the time. When it's any occasion at school, like book week, all that, he wears it all the time. I am constantly washing it. So I don't know if it's sponsored by some kind of laundry detergent, but yeah.
Look, I want to get Mason this morning to meet one of his heroes, but I also wanted to point out to Razor that it's not just the players out there that have kids looking up to them, mate. Little people like Mason have looked up to you over the past 20 years of doing this job, and you make an impact on people.
Thanks so much, Jase. I really appreciate it, Lauren. That's very kind. And Mason, thanks so much for coming in to say hello, mate. It's made my day.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Hey, Mason, do you know all the what do the umpires do? Do they? What do you do when you get a goal?
Yeah, show us all the
You
gestures,
got-
all the
It's
signs.
touched.
Oh, that's touched. Yep, tapping his hand.
Score review.
Yep, score review. Yep.
You know what's sad, guys? He knows so much more than me.
Yes.
and he is a quarter of my age. Well, look, I'll tell you what. Well, let's get some photos off the air. But, Mace, thanks for coming in. Razor,
Okay.
thanks for your service. Lauren and I are going to make you a banner for your last game.
Yes.
Looking forward to it,
Mason,
guys.
do you want to come and help us make a banner for Razor Ray for his last game that he can run through?
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
okay.
that-
You can be part of the Razor Ray cheer squad too.
That would have been bloody awkward if he said he's busy. Let's head to Craigieburn.
Morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
You are in the middle of kids drop-off, I believe.
I am. My son's got to get his cricket kit to school, so I've got him and his mate in the car with me.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well,
All
quiet
right.
down, lads. Mum needs to win mimosa money. All right. Do you want an easy question for $50, a medium question for $500, or do you want to roll the dice and go for $5K?
We'll go for the big one. We'll go for 5K.
$5,000.
Love it. Go big, go home.
Okay. Here we go, Rachel.
Now
I'm going to
remember-
ask you a question, and you've got 3 seconds to answer. You got to get in quick. If the buzzer beats you, unfortunately, the money will stay in our bank account. If you get it right, it's coming your way.
Rachel,
Yep.
just remember, take a guess. All right?
I'll try my best.
Just listen to the question. Don't overthink it. Take a guess.
Okay.
Rachel from Craigieburn for $5,000. What is the offspring of a hedgehog called?
3, 2.
A cub.
Oh, it is not a cub. It is a hoglet.
Oh.
And I knew
So
that
I was
one.
like, don't overthink it.
There is a kid's book about it.
Yes, there
I read
is.
the book as a kid. I remember it. I wrote down on the top of the piece of paper, Jase, I think it's going to go today.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. Sorry to let you down.
Rachel. Rachel. I really thought it was going today, and you would have deserved it.
Yeah, when it came up on the screen
Mum.
saying you had a couple of kids, I'm like, yep, get the money out of the safe. Put
Yep.
the money back in the safe.
Oh, sorry.
I'll tell you what, you know what?
Maybe
So
read
just-
more books instead of played sport.
The
Yeah,
hedge
right.
part of their name comes from where they build their nests, and the hog part comes from the small snorting and grunting sound they make, which is why it's a hoglet.
I'll tell you what, I am going to hook you up with a family pass to Gumbaya World.
Oh,
kids
there you
will
go.
love that.
Exactly.
That's better.
Come and get not than 5K. Come get a
The kids
wildlife
wouldn't see the 5K, but they'll enjoy Gumbaya World.
at Gumbaya World Theme Park, where water slides, thrill rides, and wildlife collide. Hey, nice to meet you, Rachel. Have a great day. All right.
no, thanks you two guys.
You got Jase and Lauren this morning
I saw something on Instagram,
on the gram, Dale.
on the gram, which someone I know posted, and I was just like, that cannot be real.
Do I know them?
You don't know this person, I don't think. She is a mother of one, and she posted, on Instagram, sometimes on stories, people will write something to be.
Yeah.
She has posted, my child got sent home with a bag of, she's got the poo emoji. My child has been sent home with a bag of poop again today from childcare. Is it wild that we pay this much a day and yet our children they head back home with brightly coloured bags of toilet training mishaps? Why can't these be thrown out? And I sent her a message saying, your joke, that's a joke. And she said, no. They send the kids' poop home in a plastic bag tied to her backpack. That is not a thing that is happening.
Question.
I might not have the answers to this because I don't have a kid, but I've got a dog, and if my dog walker brought the dog back with its poop tied in a bag around its neck, I would be weirded out.
This isn't okay. Bit to unpack here. And
So
definitely not
I've
the bag.
Googled it.
Hang on. In the bag, is it the soiled clothes?
I don't think so. 13 24 10 if you've got a kid at daycare. and you have been sent. I need more information.
Like, don't get me wrong.
No, she just said a bag of poop.
I've had 2 kids that have done hard time in daycare. See how they refer to it. It's prison rules.
Is this happening?
And if a mishap happened at daycare and the pants needed being changed, they would send the pants home.
I think daycare should chuck them in the wash first, personally, but that's me.
But you're not actually sending the thing home.
They're sending, she said, my child has come home yet again with a bag, a brightly coloured bag of poop tied to her backpack.
But hang on, is this a shame?
And I said, wait, they sent your child home with its poop? And she said, oh, yes, all wrapped up in a little bag tied to the school bag.
Why?
Totally bonkers.
No, but is this to shame the kid? Like, sorry, but is this to shame the child? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't know. But why isn't it in the bin?
I've never, ever in my life seen the child. Like
Can you look at our phones?
Our phone lines have lit up.
24. There's like 600 phone calls that have come through.
This is not a thing. Please, I've done 2 rounds of daycare. They've never sent them home with poo in a bag. Like, I've had the soiled pants, but is it a shame thing? Do they sit there as the child's leaving daycare going, shame, shame, shame?
I have no idea, Jase. But for the parents, no one wants a bag of poop coming home.
I've never, ever heard of this. This is wild.
Well, I Googled it, which is something that I cannot believe that I have put in Google. Right. I just went on google.com and I said, do daycares send kids poo home in a bag? And there is an article on news.com that says some childcare centres in Australia are sending kids home with their poo in a labelled bag.
No, I'm sorry. This is a hard no from me. Or a firm no, depending what's in the bag.
What's going on, Daycares of Melbourne?
13 24 10 is our number. Has your child come home with a special present in a bag?
Tied to its backpack.
And why?
Like a little, when the kids have the key rings on their bags.
Is it a clear bag?
I don't know. She said brightly coloured bags. I'm imagining dog poo bags.
God, this is bringing back memories. I pissed myself in year 2. I'll never forget that.
And did they...
I just came home wearing the clothes.
Yeah.
God, I wasn't going to come home. God,
no.
Have some dignity.
Yeah.
13, 20.
Hose them down and they'll be right.
13, 20. You don't hose them down.
You grew up in Queensland. It's warm. Hose them down. That'll be fun.
13 24 10 is our number. If this is a thing, have you had your child come home from daycare with a present in a bag? This rattles me.
It rattles me too. It rattles me more than you, Jase, because I don't have children. You've got 3. You've been through the daycare days.
If my kids' daycare did this to me, I'd pull them out and put them in a different daycare.
It's happening everywhere. So my friend posted a thing on Instagram saying, I cannot believe my child has been sent home again from daycare with a brightly coloured bag of poo tied to her bag.
Just want to clarify, not pants like that have had an accident in them.
No, she said it was just a bag of poopy.
Stephanie is called through.
Is this happening?
Is this a thing?
Yes, it is recently. I've worked in childcare for many years and I've never seen it, but since having my own children, it happened to me quite a few times and I was so confused.
So what is it? Your kid comes home with his little bluey backpack on and he's got a little blue bag of his poop tied in it.
Yes, exactly that. And I questioned it a few times. And it did eventually stop happening. But, yeah, I was quite mortified when I found mine.
Why?
But hang on, you're mortified. How does the poor child feel?
Yeah, it's definitely confronting.
But why? Did you ask why they did it?
Thanks for coming into work today, Lauren. As you leave, just let me tie this turd to your handbag. See you later.
Like it wasn't in his little jeans and it's just the bag of the clothes back, right?
Well, let's check with Mel in Hampton. Mel, is it happening in Hampton?
It certainly is, and my boys are 10 and 11, and this was happening like
10 years ago.
That long ago, and it's because, like, if you think about it, no one wants to clean up other kids' poo shit.
Well, they're putting it in a bag. You're dealing with it anyway. A bag's a smaller hole than a toilet.
But is it clothes?
It's a smaller target.
I get it if it's clothes coming home because you don't want to throw them out every time a kid has an accident.
Let's go to Kylie in Melton. G'day, Kylie.
Hey, how you going?
This is ridiculous.
What happened to you, Kylie?
Oh, my God. This is like the previous caller. This is some time ago, probably over 10 years ago. So it's been going on quite a while. Not once, but twice my child got sent home with the knickers in the bag full of poo. Like they didn't even empty out what they could, like a full chunk of poo. And tied it up in the plastic bag, and then they put it inside her backpack that has all her clean clothes and everything.
Oh, did it go everywhere?
Absolutely disgusting. No, it didn't go everywhere, but the smell did, right through the backpack and everything else.
Nothing worse than when you forget to clear out the lunchbox. You didn't have one of those situations, did you?
No, thank God. And you complain and question about it, and it was like nothing to them.
But I guess that I get that they
like full on poo, a big chunk of it. You could at least tip that in the toilet, yeah,
Exactly.
and chuck the knickers out as well.
Yeah, see, I would
There's
just
nothing home.
I get that people don't want their kids' clothes being thrown out, but surely there's just some like poop washing machine that anything with poop or vomit on it just gets thrown in there and disinfected, and then it goes in a lost property and you can pick it up at the end of the week.
Kylie, what's your feeling on Lauren's suggestion where we hose the children down?
That might work.
I said in Queensland where it was warmer. You couldn't do it in a Melbourne winter.
Okay, hang on.
Summer, no problem.
Jess has called through. She is a kindy teacher.
Jess, what is going on?
You're cooked, Jess. You and your workmates are cooked.
Well, yeah, so I totally agree. It's disgusting. And normally what I do is I have to flick the poop into the toilet from the undies. So, and then some parents get really upset if you throw them out.
The clothes?
So send them home. Yeah, like if you throw out their knickers or jocks, they get really upset.
Yeah,
so
it's expensive.
We just flick it out and then pop it in the little nappy bag and send it home.
Okay, so you're putting the clothes in. You're not just raw dogging a poop in there.
No, that's disgusting. And it's disgusting to have to flick it in the toilet in the first place.
Well, we thank you for your service, Jess.
Hey, Jess, how do you feel about the communal poop and vomit washing machine? So if anything's got poop or vomit on it, you just throw it in there and then the parents can come and deal with it later.
I think it would get too many lost properties, too many confusion, too much stuff. Yeah, it gets hard for us.
Too many tiny little undies with princesses on them.
Don't get me wrong. I get it. Send home the clothes if they've had an accident in it, but not just the contents.
Jess deserves. Can we give Jess a voucher to the QT rooftop for a couple of drinks or something?
Yeah, there you go, Jess. I'll tell you what. You can go and slam some cocktails and bitch about the kids.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Next time you're flicking. I like that she said she flicks it out.
I know. $250 voucher to experience QT Melbourne's restaurant Pascal Bar and Grill.
Wow.
You enjoy that?
Wowee.
My God.
Okay, if it's got clothes, it's acceptable. I was envisioning just...
If it's a raw dog contents in the bag, that's a hard no from us.
Well, I think you tick a box as a parent to say, my kid poops in her undies.
Love that.
Bin them or keep them.
Yep. Where's the old permission slip? Is this a school camp coming up? Oh, no, this is the poo in the undies form. Hey, announced earlier this morning this year's grand final entertainment.
Oh.
Before they run through the banner.
I'm thrilled.
This lady will be there. Katy Perry is your 2024 AFL Grand Final performer.
Now, if Katy Perry doesn't fire up 44 blokes running out onto a footy field, I don't know who will.
Our next guest.
He's already joined in. We haven't even introduced him.
That's the Tigers song. It won't be happening.
Shane Crawford's in the building.
No, you're right, Crawford.
I got excited about Katy Perry.
You love Katy Perry.
It's going to be very good. Yeah,
What's your favourite Katy Perry song?
Eye of the Tiger.
It's
the only one I
It's called Raw.
Oh, is it Raw?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, Shane,
one of the other songs.
You just go down the hallway to Smooth. I think you might be a bit better suited down there.
Mate, what are some of her other songs? Lauren?
Firework.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. You'd like that one.
Shane Crawford's on the air with us this morning. This is Noble 100. Let's officially welcome our next guest.
Introducing our next guest, a Hawthorn legend, Brownlow medalist and premiership player. But his most significant accolade is being Lauren Phillips' original co-host.
It's time! So strap yourself in for a wild ride of fun!
Please welcome to the show, Shane Crawford.
Oh, the ex-work husband is in the house. G'day, Crawford.
Shane
Good to be here. Lovely to see your faces. You know what? That's probably my proudest achievement.
Isn't it?
Surviving Lauren for a certain amount of years.
How very deep.
Like, oh my goodness.
Shane.
The baggage, the crap that I used to put
I
up
thought
with.
I was free, and then Nova rang and said, "Let's get it back together."
You know how you say to me, Jase, that I do very little work around here. You do all the heavy lifting, but I'm here, and that's all you can ask for.
You've
you know
learned
why?
from me, yes,
It's
that's
because
correct.
I'm so exhausted from when I worked with him, and we used to be on air 12 hours a week, and he would turn up every day with not one iota of an idea of what we were doing.
Do you know what?
So I
Lots
worked-
of energy, enthusiasm, which is what the show was all about.
So you were the Lauren.
Yes, and
you
now
were
I'm Lauren.
Yeah, right.
And you're you. And you're the hardest worker of us all.
When
Jase.
do I get to be Lauren?
You have to get- you have to get a
I
new
must,
co-host.
like, during the breaks and that, she would secretly film me, and then she would post it
That's what
on
she
her
does to me.
social channels, and I still haven't taken her to court over this.
She does the same to me, Croft.
Mainly because it was, I think, providing a bit of entertainment to some of her
Because
fans.
he was always dancing in the corner and talking to us.
I was rocking in the corner going, I've got to work with her again. I've got to work with
My
her.
favourite is when we're out and someone will come up to Lauren and go, "I grew up watching you on Kids WB."
Yeah, and they're 30.
Yes.
I'm like, shouldn't you be 9?
No, well, that actually happened to me when I went to the State of Origin in Sydney a few years ago, and I rocked up, got to the gate, and the old fella at the gate said, mate, I love the show. And I'm thinking, is he? Oh, that's great, fantastic. And I'm thinking, talking about the footy show or whatever. And he goes, nah, I love the Looney Tunes. So he's talking about Kids WB. So it's
Croft,
definitely...
you're a big footy star in Melbourne, but Kids WB put you on the map nationally. There's no doubt about it.
Hey,
I love the show. It was good fun.
Getting back to footy just for a second before we
Hawks.
talk what you're up to at the moment.
Hawks.
Hey, Razor Ray was in earlier.
He's great. Yeah, I think he's
retiring.
fantastic. Yeah, well, he shouldn't because they've got so many umpires out there. Surely they can share it around. But he's been a great umpire, and he's great at actually communicating off the field as well, which I think sometimes that gets missed. So
I asked him what he thinks.
Humanises everything.
I asked him what he thinks of you.
Okay, yeah. What did he say? Yeah.
You want to hear it?
Yep.
Croft's hilarious. So for starters, when he was killing it and I was coming up, everyone wanted to be Shane Crawford.
Didn't they?
The saddest thing about Shane, I'm not sure whether you know this, but for the 10 years there where Shane didn't own a shirt with sleeves, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Shane
around.
rated himself off,
Yeah,
Croft.
gotcha.
He was a
Greatest
man
arms.
for all seasons.
Sorry, that's changed.
You were a man for all seasons.
I was just having a go at life, Lauren.
No, you weren't. You loved yourself, Croft, with your long blonde hair.
Of course, you've always got to love yourself, but back then you just got to have a go. I wasn't paid much money, so I had to try and make money off the field as well.
What's the?
How much did you make off those calendars where you used to get your kid off?
I think I made like $1,500 one year. But do you know what? The most important thing. Memories.
Well, it's
That come
funny
back to haunt
because
me.
we were talking about Men for All Seasons this morning, Jase, which if you didn't grow up in Melbourne, you might not know it, but it was basically a calendar of all the footy players that rated themselves
Oh,
quite
it's like
highly.
It's like the fireman's calendar.
Yes, like the
Yeah.
fireman's calendar for footy players.
Yeah.
And Croft once painted himself gold and got naked and flexed from behind.
Jesus.
That's correct.
And now are your kids replicating that and sending you pictures?
Yeah,
You
Well,
got
they've
4
never seen
sons.
that before until it sort of obviously got played up on TV, and then it's opened a can of worms.
Why don't we have the calendar now? Because it's 2024. We can't have fun.
I think we should bring
Actually,
it back.
that's a good point. Surely you,
You know
can
what I
think
mean?
of creative and tasteful ways
Yeah.
to do that. Why don't you do
Should
your
we
own
try and-
calendar here?
Should we try and bring it back for
I
next
would
season?
have your calendar on my wall.
Oh, I thought you were about to say I would
Jase
go another round, and
and
I was going to go.
Lauren?
No, we're right.
Will you
Crawford.
be in the calendar?
Absolutely.
We'll call it Dad Bods.
That's it.
And we should do former
Dad Bods for all seasons.
former players. Bods for all seasons. I love that.
I like
Why
that.
not? Or do it for Christmas, the Christmas calendar.
Oh, my mum
surely
would
you
buy
can
it.
find a
Liz
way.
would love it.
What would you do, Lauren? How
No,
are
I'm
you going
not
to
can't be in
contribute?
the Dad Bods.
You
I'll be
should-
the photographer.
We should recreate the Kim Kardashian where she's holding the glass
The
on her
champagne.
butt, and you're. Hey, now you're hitting the dance floor.
I've had a go so far. Dancing with the Stars. It's been a lot of fun. This week's a bit of a slow romantic dance, which is a bit awkward when you sort of don't really know your partner that well, and then you really got to somehow become one. But
Well, we were asking
it's
Nadia
good for a
Bartel about
challenge.
that. because many of the dancers shtup their partners. Some have even gone on to get
Sorry?
married. Has there been much going on behind the scenes?
It's trying all the time, but it
Not you. No, not you. Is there any romance happening behind the scenes at Dancing with the Stars?
Well, not that I know of. I'm out of the loop, but no. What was the famous one that
Rachel Finch married her dance partner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Two kids.
She did, but then there was another one when it first started. Was Kim and the builder guy,
Tom Williams.
That's it.
That's
Remember
right.
that was
They
sort
were
of
stooping.
that was sort of when it all started.
Yeah.
But
So what's your romantic dance you've got to do?
it's the Viennese waltz.
Is that the one Julie Goodwin?
She just snorted. She just snorted.
Is that the one Julie Goodwin did last week and they picked her up and
wasn't
spun
she
her around?
amazing?
She was amazing.
And her Russian dance partner, I don't know what he's on, but I tell you what, he was just incredible the way that he was doing.
And she
all
had
these
an
moves and
injury.
lifts.
Have you had any dance floor injuries yet?
I've got a knee injury, which is still with me. So
From footy or dancing?
no, from dancing.
What happened?
Because you're backing up each day, your body just doesn't really recover. And then, you know, you go, all right, let's do the lifts. I can do the lifts.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
because you're moving around the dance floor, as you get old, I don't recommend that. But
Do you
I
reckon you
think
could do-
Lauren,
could-
if they're listening, Lauren Phillips would be awesome on Dancing with the
Yeah, I'd
Stars
love to see
because
that.
she gets
Oh
into
my
character. That's what you got to do. You got to really get into character. You don't worry about the
Or Love
the
Island.
dance moves too much.
How dare you laugh at me?
Would you
like
go on that show?
Love
Love
Island.
Island.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what's the other one? F-Boy Island. Abby Jack.
Well, that show is filmed on the beach that I live.
Oh,
So
Love Island.
I go for a wander.
Or F-Boy Island.
This time, F-Boy Island to have a look at the whales.
Yeah.
And then
That would be me. Oh,
I'll
there's
see-
Lauren flapping around in the
No,
water.
pull up. That's not true. And then I'll see 50 blokes
Yes.
down the end of the
They're all
beach. And I'm
hotties.
like, what's going on here? Must be a morning workout, but it was
Do you reckon the
F-Boy Island.
Do you reckon the crew ever get you confused, Cor, if you're walking past?
Oh,
at
there
the time?
he is. There's the star of the
they
show.
Go, yeah, there's a sound guy.
Dad, get out of the shop.
You told me you walk along the beach looking homeless most of the time up there.
No, not looking homeless, looking at whales. This time of year, the whales go
Yeah, the
back
whale
and forth
watching is
and they
important.
have their babies,
Hey,
and it's actually quite therapeutic.
Just before we let you
I
go,
recommend it.
Are you about to turn 50?
Yeah, September. Can
Oh
you believe
my
that?
gosh. When are you going to grow up?
We must do something. Are you doing a party?
No, I'm not doing a party.
Come on.
A surprise.
No.
I'll throw you a surprise
No, I don't
party.
want a party. Do you know what I'd like to do?
Live.
I'd just like to disappear from everyone and go overseas for a while.
I hear
Oh,
you.
you're gonna become a
Can you
recluse.
sort that for me and I'll report in and tell you how I'm going?
We're not paying for your trip just
Oh,
so you
no.
can do a couple of crosses.
Oh, okay.
It'll be
Fair
like
enough.
Where's Wally, but where's Crawford?
That's right. You try and find where I am around the world. I'd like to do something like that.
Where in the world
Is
is...
your birthday September the 8th?
September the 9th. Yes.
Oh, mine's the 8th.
Oh, God. My two work husbands are a day apart from each other.
Oh.
And
September's going to
what
be
are
a
you
very
turning?
expensive month
Jase,
for you.
What are you turning?
35, Shane.
What are you turning? 43.
Doesn't matter.
Age is just a number.
43.
Exactly right.
I can't believe you're nearly 50, Shane. You look great.
No,
and you can
it's-
still dance. I'm impressed with you on Dancing with the Stars. And you're
No,
quite
it's just good
sassy.
to still be here,
All right.
hanging in there.
But he does flirt with Helen Ritchie. He
I
flirts
do.
with her a lot on the show.
I like the oldies.
I know.
Really old.
Oh, so it's not the dance partners
He
that are
flirts with
stupid
my
this
mum
year.
as well.
It's the judges and the contestants. Shane Crawford joining us on the air. You can catch him on Dancing
Get
with
it
the
where
Stars.
you can. That's what I say.
Good on you, Shane. How's that? Dean Lewis, fall at your feet here on Nova 100.
What do we think about that?
I love it.
Dean Lewis.
Hang on. Gen Z, our producer, works on the show. How old are you again? 12?
24.
24, all right.
Have you heard that song before?
That is a remake of the classic Fall at Your Feet by...
Some John Butler trio.
Crowded
House.
Yeah.
House, Sissy.
Let's see if she knows this one. Hang on. There was this banger. Wait.
This is a banger.
Don't dream it's over.
Yeah, there we go.
She knows.
How you reckon she'll go with Better Be?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Better Be Home Soon is
Better
that
Be
one.
Home Soon.
So what do we think? It's a Crowded House tribute. Would you
Yeah.
call it a tribute by Dean Lewis
Yep.
and Cyril?
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, absolute banger. That's the original, and then it's got a good voice.
I like it.
Yeah, nice work, Dean.
Well done, Cyril.
We approve.
Thank you for being a friend.
That is it. We are getting out of here.
Lots of meetings today for you, Jase.
Lots of meetings. The lovely Mel is in next. Good morning, Mel. Is she listening? Hello,
ain't
Mel.
listening to us.
She ain't listening.
Nope.
100.3, Mel. Give us a crack.
She's scrolling on the ground, brother. She's not listening to us.
I'm hearing you.
But we are getting out of here. We've had a lot of fun this morning. We'll be back tomorrow with another terrific show. Can't tell you what's on it because I've got no idea. You'll have to tune in to find out.
Opening ceremony, Dale. Clint Stanaway in Paddy.
That's not tonight.
No, it'll be tomorrow night. So tomorrow in Paddy, where Clint will be, they will be gearing up for the night before the opening ceremony.
Oh, you've lost me there. That was like a daylight savings chat. Tomorrow morning in Australia,
Jesus, here
is
we
that
go.
the opening ceremony?
No, tomorrow morning in Australia
Is
will be tomorrow.
tonight
tomorrow
in Paris.
No, because Paris now is in night.
Yeah, but
So
it's
it'll
in
be
last night.
It'll be tomorrow
I think
night.
Paris now is
And
last
the
night
opening
here.
ceremony will be the.
Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.